Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I want to give you guys my thoughts on Reverend guitars. Let's get into it. So what is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. My name is Ray. I'm a guitar player here on YouTube, and Reverend Guitars is a company that really does a lot that I look for in a guitar in terms of specs, aesthetics, and finishes, all that. So while I'm sitting here like 6 days off the operating table trying to scramble for some content, I can't really play right now, why not talk about a brand that is on my radar? All right, so let's dive on in. On your screen right now we have the Reverend Guitars website, and now these are all the guitars presumably that they have to offer, man. And just scrolling down, there are a lot of models, finishes, configurations, I ran out of adjectives, that Reverend has to offer, man. So I guess first and foremost, first in the chute, we'll talk about the man, the myth, the legend, the Billy Corgan signature. Now these guitars have been out for quite some time, at least to the best of my knowledge, and honestly, man, there's not too many guitars that look like these. I really like these, man. I didn't think at first when I was sitting down to do this video and do some research, I didn't really think I would like these. I've seen these for quite some time, but I really like them, man. And I think it's just because they're really unique. Not too many guitars out there look like these guitars, They're not like the old school classy vibes that I dig. Reverend has those to offer, which we'll get into, but this one is certainly a very futuristic looking guitar, man. It's just, yeah, it's wild, dude. One thing that's interesting is I believe these are big giant single coils. I don't really know too much about rail hammers, but I know when they have two lines, like a humbucker, they have two lines on the pickups. That's a humbucker, and then when they have one, it's a single coil. I could be way off on that, but these appear to be the Billy Corgan signature pickups because it has his name on the pickups, right? Another thing that's interesting about Reverend guitars is they have a lot of guitars that have this bass contour, where to me it looks like a high pass filter of some sorts, or a mud killer knob or whatever, where they have a master volume, master tone, then they have the bass contour. So that's something that I've never messed with or tried with, but I'd be curious to see how that would shape up with my tone and how I play. But then you also have locking tuners here, man, a Carina body, aka white limba if I got that correctly, and a roasted maple neck. This is a really cool guitar, man. Really cool guitar, and obviously I have the Silver Burst one on the screen because Silver Burst is my favorite color, but they also offer it in a nice white and then a black. I don't really like black guitars too much, but with this kind of mirrored slash, distressed metal or whatever, it kind of makes it pop. So all in all, man, I think this is a really cool guitar. Then we also have the same exact guitar, the Billy Corgan, but just with one pickup. That's even cooler, more minimalistic, simpler kind of guitar. That's sweet, man. But now, from there, dude, where do we even start? There's so many guitars we could check out here. Let's check out the Contender 290. If I had to guess, that would be for two P90s. Single cut guitars are certainly my forte, and, it's kind of what I grew up playing. So this is something right up my alley right here. This is cool, man. Next up, we have a Charger RA. If I'm not mistaken, RA stands for rail hammers. Yeah, this is cool, man. Got a humbucker. See two lines right there? Two rows or whatever. Columns, you know what I'm talking about. We got two of those right there, and then you got one, offset. So this is a single coil and then a humbucker. This is cool, man. It kind of looks like a single cut, but also kind of looks like a chubby Jazzmaster. It's cool, man. And then we also have the bass contour knob as well. But it's interesting because it's kind of got a telly layout, but it also has a Les Paul stop tailpiece, but it kind of looks like a Fender. It's a really unique guitar, man. Yeah, I really dig this, man. And it also has purple. Purple's a color that I love so much, and I think it doesn't get a lot of love, so that's cool, man. Then this looks like Charger HB, which I'm assuming stands for humbucker. I mean, Mulberry Mist, hell yeah, dude, a pink guitar. I love pink guitars, man. That's cool, dude. Violin brown, okay, kind of like a more classy look there. So, I mean, I'm kind of just spitballing right now and going through these rather quickly, but there's just so many that I could spend hours on these guitars. But let's get into the ones that I really want to talk about. The one I'm most passionate about, I think I've done something in the past talking about these Descent RAs, but this guitar, man, this is the epitome of everything that I want in a baritone. I'm predominantly a baritone player, when it's my turn to make noise in front of people, in front of a live audience. I play baritones. I currently am playing in drop G, So it's, you know, not the lowest of tunings, but it's getting down there. But the only drawback for why I don't own one of these is the scale length. Now, speaking, you know, paraphrasing on the marketing with these Descent RAs, the scale length is 26 3/4. That's a pretty small baritone scale. And the idea, again, based on what I've seen from YouTube videos, is they wanted to create a baritone scale where it didn't feel like you're playing a giant, you know, surfboard. You're playing a guitar that feels like a standard scale guitar, but it's still a baritone. And it's interesting because most baritones start at 27. So they're kind of doing like the Les Paul or Gibson scale equivalent to Fender, where they're cutting it down a little bit. And even though it's only 1/4 of an inch, you know, when you're dealing with lower tunings and tension and intonation and tuning stability, this, that, and a third, 1/4 of an inch, you know, will really make a difference in my opinion. But again, I'm only speculating because I haven't played one of these yet and had it through my rig and whatever. So, musician's friend, you know, I'm a musician's friend, lifelong shopper there. Ever since I was 11 years old, I've been shopping there. My mom has been, right? You know, I really love that, you know, warehouse or whatever you want to call it, that company. Anyway, get to the point. They have one of these in stock right now. I'm really tempted, man. I should just do it and like maybe take it out to California. I don't know, man. What do you guys think? Should I do that? I don't know. Maybe. But this is a really cool guitar, man. Rail hammers, Carina body, got some binding, roasted maple neck, locking tuners. It's sick, man. It also appears to have that bass contour layout as well. Let's see here. Yep, bass contour knob. So really unique guitar, man. I'm just a little skeptical because the scale length may be a little bit too small. Now they also have the Descent W. Now if I had to guess what W meant, I would think I would mean Wilkinson trem. I played one of these. I played this one actually in Philly at Russo Music, and that was a great guitar. I played like butter, but I didn't pick it up because I'm not a tremolo system guy. What's interesting too is this guitar has single coils, not humbuckers, so just a little bit different. But that's also a really cool guitar right here. I like this finish and the blonde or transparent white they're calling it here. Gorgeous guitar, man. So again, they make awesome baritone guitars. Visually, it's just I got to get my hands on one and run it through my rig one day. And now scrolling down, man, we could really go anywhere we want. I mean, this one right here, the Greg Koch Gristle 90. This looks like something John 5 would play. This is cool, man. Everything that's interesting is it has 24 3/4 inch scale. So it's not like a Fender scale, it's a Gibson scale. So again, man, they're really doing stuff. Wow, it's a cool guitar. Reverend does some things really interesting where, like, you know, the Billy Corgan's a very futuristic looking guitar, but then they also have a ton of models with an insane amount of traditional nostalgic class. And that's really cool, man. It's a company that like is doing the best of both worlds in my opinion, combining futuristic stuff with old school specs and aesthetics. So I really dig this, man. I mean, look at this one right here. This is wild. Looks like the Philadelphia Flyers. I'm a fan of that. Satin orange flame maple. Hell yeah, dude. Those rail hammers. Those rail hammers look mean, dude. With like the Wilkinson trem again. Reeves Gabriel's signature. That's a cool guitar, man. But the last one I want to talk about for this video, and then we'll get out of here, is this Sensei RA. I saw one of these hanging up in the wild at Lane Music in Nashville, Tennessee, and I saw it and I filmed it, and it's in my video, my guitar hunting video. And for some reason, I didn't play it, and I don't know why. Like, this is literally the epitome of everything that I would play in, like, a normal scale-length guitar. Block inlays, silver burst, stop tail piece. You know, it's like, it's literally everything that I could want. Does it have locking tuners? Yeah, locking tuners. Of course it does. I mean, this is sick, dude. Like, I don't know why I didn't do that. I don't know why I didn't pick this up, man. But yeah, this Sensei RA, my friend actually saw that video and bought one. Oh, that's a cool one too, purple burst. Of course it has purple burst. That's cool. But my friend, yeah, he saw one and then picked one up, bought it from, I don't know if it was from Reverend or what, but he now has a silver burst Sensei. So just a really cool guitar, man, and I'm kicking myself for not playing one. But anyway, to wrap up this video, ladies and gentlemen, I'll say right here, Reverend is doing some things that I really am excited about. I say it all the time, I love old school vibes, dad vibes, but I also play relatively modern music, you know? So it's hard to find companies that bridge both gaps and do it well, where it's not too try-hard or too cheesy. And those gaps, or the bridge of those two gaps is, you know, old school meets new school, fuse them together and create something that, like, it works. And it's hard to do, man. you know, most companies are really good at the modern stuff, and most companies are really good at only the old school stuff, right? Like they're what, you know, one or the other. It's hard to find companies that do both very well and fuse them together. And I think Reverend's certainly, you know, on the right track for that. But all in all, everybody, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for allowing me to geek out and talk about Reverend guitars and just create some content. Like I said, man, while I'm resting up, healing up. You know, I'm struggling a little bit, but I'm all right. I'm just, you know, just need some time. Time heals all wounds, right? But yeah, I just appreciate you guys allowing me to geek out and just hang out with you guys, all right? So I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay metal. I'll see you guys next time. Later.